It takes a different kind of a thinker to come up with some of the possibilities that will make everything work.
He loves teachers, and it's part of his nature to fight for things that will be good for teachers.
He has a million ideas. He's so full of energy that it's hard to keep him down.
And he knows when he has to twist some arms to get the job done, and he knows when he has to back off a little bit.
He has just a youthfulness of spirit and a real dedication to what he's doing.
And he does his job very well. And UTLA was very lucky to have a man.
Never gives up. Always looking for a new way to skin the cat.
The great American writer Eric Hoffer wrote a book called The True Believer. And Bill Lambert, like so many others who helped found UTLA, is a true believer in the cause of public education. And that is where his dedication stems from.
You have to know Bill Lambert, who has almost as much energy as when he started in UTLA about 45 years ago. And it's hard to say he's mellowed, but he still has the same fierce intensity. He's got serious devotion to UTLA, to teachers, just as he has to his family. He's innovative. In fact, when I talked to the person that first made him a lobbyist, our first executive director, he said, "What can I do with Lambert? He's driving me crazy. He's got all these ideas." He said, "I got to get him out of town. I got an idea. I think we'll send him to Sacramento."
I think it was Don Bear that picked him out to go up to Sacramento to legislate for us. And he went up there. He really didn't have any experience, but he did an outstanding job.
When we hear that Bill Lambert is on the phone or coming to town, our first thought is, oh no, what's he going to ask me to do this time? But that momentary reaction passes very quickly, because you know in the end what he's going to ask you to do is almost inevitably worthwhile doing, and while it's going to take your time, no one is going to put more time into it than Bill is.
And a lot of things that we take for granted, Bill was very much involved in. And it wasn't a matter of his going up to Sacramento once or twice a month. He was there frequently, and I remember going with him about 3 summers in a row before we got the ROD Act passed.
We wouldn't have the ROD Act if it wasn't for Bill Lambert. There was a bill in the legislature in 1975 to give all public sector employees collective bargaining rights, and that bill lost. Well, Bill had a very good working relationship at the time with State Senator Al Rada, and Bill and Al Rada had drafted a bill specifically for public schools. And when the public sector bill lost, Bill and Al Rada picked out that bill that they had waiting in the wings, put it up to the Senate. It was passed within a few days. It went over to the State Assembly. It was passed in a few days, and it made it to the desk of Governor Ronald Reagan. And Bill convinced the governor to sign the collective bargaining law.
Bill knows how to facilitate solutions, and he does that by getting people who know about it, and he's willing to compromise where necessary. And he's just in constant contact with these legislators. Whether he sees them on the plane, he'll lobby them on the plane. I dare say if they were in the restroom, he'd lobby them in the restroom. I don't think there's any place he would not lobby a legislator, and hasn't lobbied them.
And one politician in particular said, if I was going to have a definition of the word chutzpah in the dictionary, I'd have Bill Lambert's picture next to it. And I said, well, what does he do that shows you that he's got chutzpah? He said, I will talk to Bill Lambert in the hall. I will tell him no. I will go to my office and I will tell him no. I will go to the bathroom, and while I'm sitting on the toilet, I will hear the voice come over the partition, and it's Bill Lambert saying the same thing that I just said no to him about, and by the time I get through, I'm saying, you know what, it's easier to just go along with Bill and vote that way instead of constantly having him after me.
You have to know how to actually maneuver through Sacramento, and he has it down pat. And even with the major changes that are taking place so rapidly, he can navigate the course.
Bill and I met several years ago when he came to my office to talk to me about an issue that he felt was very important to the teachers in California, and that was the Social Security loss of their earnings that they contribute, when they're not working at teaching. And I said, I'll talk to Howard Berman. He and I have worked together on things, and he's a straight shooter and a great guy to work with. And so we wrote the bill, and we've been working with Bill Lambert closely on that ever since. And we now have over 300 co-sponsors on the bill, and we've made some real good progress in our efforts there. And at every step of the way, Bill Lambert is there prodding, what can I do now? What can we do? How can we move this forward? What can we do to get this passed?
He really looks at UTLA as part of his family. I think that's the essence of it, and that's what makes him feel so committed to this. It's not just a job for him. That's what's different. There are a lot of lobbyists in the world, but there are very few people that would be like Bill Lambert.
Over a longer period of time than almost anyone else, he has done more, contributed more to the welfare of teachers, to the education of children, to the commitment for public education. He's at the top of the list.
He truly believes in what he's doing. He truly believes in the cause that he's advocating, and he cannot be repressed. There was an article on him a number of years ago in the Los Angeles Times, called him the Marine of the education lobby, always hitting the beach first.
Where he sees a problem, he will propose a legislative solution to that problem, and he will lobby it until he gets it enacted.
Bill, I wish you the very best, and look forward to working with you for many years, and I so much appreciate your help.
Just keep going, keep doing the same thing you're doing. You're a great friend, you're a great worker, you're a great team player, and I really have appreciated being with you all these years.
Well, I would say to Bill, I thank him for the hours, the long hours that he put in for UTLA, and I thank him for the way he talked to people and got people interested in what UTLA's goals were. Without Bill, we would not really be the same organization.
Bill, your personal friendship has meant a tremendous amount to me over the 25 years that we've known each other, and I truly hope that you will stick around, because this organization needs a Bill Lambert.
For me, Bill Lambert is not just the lobbyist for UTLA. He is a personal friend, someone that I can feel comfortable in confiding in, who can maintain a confidence, who can give me good advice. So for me, he is something far more than someone I deal with during office hours. He's a very close personal friend who I care about and love very much.
I want to give my best to you and tell you that I really appreciate your dedication and your devotion to the young people of Los Angeles, of California, and of our country. And I think that they tell me you're not retiring, and I tell them you'll never retire. You told me one time you didn't need to do this, that you told me your age. I understand that. But you need to do it because of something that's driving you from within, something that's lasted a lifetime. I see some people go into a job and get burned out in a couple of years. You could work 100 years at this and never get burned out. All my best to you, and wish I could be there with you, old friend. Thank you.
Bill, I would just like to say to you, having worked with you for ever since 1968, in one capacity or another, that I have the utmost respect and admiration for the outstanding work that you've done for teachers over the years. I've not only enjoyed and appreciated our professional relationship, but of course I know your wife and your family. I've been to your house for the Jewish holidays and been to your family's weddings and bar mitzvahs, and I know your lovely wife Lenny, and all I can say is that keep up that motto of never accept no for an answer, and just keep on doing the fabulous work that you've always done.
Bill, we've always appreciated you. You've always been there when we needed you. And I want to say thank you, because I've been there many times when you were the one that could answer what it was that we needed. Thank you.